Hello, my name is Connie Wygera. I am the Vice President of the Tewksbury Board of Ed. I've lived in the community for over 30 years. My son went to what was Sawmill School, and which is now TESS, all the way up to OTS, and he graduated in 8th grade. I'm also a member of the seniors community and a lot of organizations in town. And we are here to discuss the referendum, question number 1 and number 2.
My name is Bill Simon. I'm also a member of the Tewksbury Board of Ed. My family's been here for 12 years. I have a 6th grader and a 3rd grader in the district right now. Discussing the first question, the main topics that it's going to cover are HVAC at TESS, the exterior doors in both schools, some flooring in OTS, and some HVAC work here.
I just would like to follow up on the doors. Those doors are just decades old. They have outlived their usefulness. But I think what's really important, safety and the security of our children. And that came up not just in board meetings, but in our strategic planning, and also when we were looking at setting up the referendum. Also, a little note on the floors. These floors are original to the school, as were most of the doors that we're hoping to replace. And just a reminder, TESS is 20 years old. It's not brand new. And these are asbestos flooring. They're encapsulated, which means that they're not a danger to the students or anybody else in the community at this point, but we have an opportunity now to upgrade and to make things a lot better and safer.
Question 2 is a bit more involved. It's primarily focused here at OTS, and it's going to be involving classroom renovations, renovating the all-purpose room here, and addressing science and STEM classrooms, as well as the art room. We're going to take a moment to go through each of those, but we could start here in the auditorium and cafeteria. You can see one of the topics we want to look at is the stage. This has been, from what I hear, about 30 years with a parent had done an addition to it in plywood. I think it's time that we make this stage ADA compliant and accessible to everyone in our community. We're also going to address the flooring, some lighting, and the stage lighting as well.
This room is also the one place within Tewksbury Township, and I'm talking to you seniors and everybody else who's in the community, that if anything happens and there's an emergency, we are certified for all of you to come here. We have showers, we have lockers, we have a full functioning kitchen, and we have enough room for lots of people to be able to hunker down. Just for an example, remember when we had a little bit of the earthquake? We're fine. There's nothing wrong with the school. We got checked out. But you know, things can happen, and I think that that's something that people can consider.
One of the issues with the HVAC systems, especially at TESS right now, it's many of the units there are 20 plus years old. So rooms like the library or the gym, when they're being treated, when the air is being handled through those systems, it's designed to handle one setting. When you have a lot of kids in there, it can suddenly be either overheated or overcooled, and it has an imbalance. So the new modern systems that we're looking at installing can better balance based on the amount of people in a room, the load that they have to manage. So they can heat and cool appropriately and more efficiently. So it'll hopefully lead to some energy savings on HVAC costs, in addition to what we're currently facing is high maintenance costs of constantly repairing units one by one. So that piecemeal approach, I don't think, is the best way for us to manage that. All right, we've moved over to one of the science classrooms that's on the plans to be renovated. And if you look around, what you'll see is we have a number of sinks and workstations, but it's really not a science room ready for a modern curriculum. This was established in the 60s, and our other science classrooms are more just like classrooms. They don't even have the lab space. So the plan is to consolidate all 4 of the grades science classrooms into one area, renovate all of them so they have proper sinks, ventilation, safety showers, eye washes, and really enable modern curriculum and modern experiments to help kids develop and get ready for high school.
A note on that, this is the same room that my son had 06 and 07. Hasn't changed. I mean, it's beautifully maintained, but it hasn't changed. And technology and science has just exploded, especially now in 2025 with AI and everything else. So we need the upgrade.
Yeah, curriculums have advanced and we need a classroom to match. So we've moved now onto the art room. This room is going to be a whole gut renovation. The scope of work in here really starts from the vinyl asbestos flooring. We would like to replace these windows with full height panels to bring in a lot more natural light. We would like to replace all the cabinetry, all the storage, and really take advantage of the facilities we actually have in the next room. The next room over, we want to move the STEM classroom over and really combine these into a STEAM space, merging science and arts. And what that lets us do is our kiln that we have in here can take advantage of the ventilation and exhaust that we have in the adjacent room. And then when we move this technology class there, we can now have laser cutters, vinyl cutters, 3D printers. A lot of technology can now happen in that space, that also using that existing ventilation that we have.
I think it's really important to know that the arts are becoming more integrated with technology, and that we need to arm our kids with that kind of knowledge and to give them that spark that they need to say what kind of careers or anything I need to do. It's also important, it doesn't always have to end up in college either. So there's a whole different world now out there that Tewksbury really needs to put both of their feet into to be able to make sure that our kids are educated properly. Because just remember, it's all about the kids.
Yep. It really does become a comprehensive curriculum connecting technology and art.
So we would like to close with discussing the actual referendum questions. And referendum number 1 is strictly facilities and safety, okay? And that's very important. And you will see a flat on your taxes and an $18 decrease over a year.
Question 2, we will see a net increase of $193 on the average house of assessed value. So if you look at the little tax card you get annually, you look at the assessed value, not your market value, and about a $660,000 house will see $193 over the entire year to do all of this work. And that's net. So the $18 reduction from question 1 plus the amount, we'll see a net $193 change in question 2. The important thing to note is question 2 can only be voted yes if you've already voted yes on question 1. You have to vote yes on both if you want both. You cannot choose only question 2. So.
And also just one other thing, the community worked really hard on on both questions, but especially question number 2 and the strategic planning, the Board of Ed, and the teachers. Everybody was involved. There's going to be no surprises there. So if you need any other questions answered,
reach out to the board. Please reach out to the superintendent. Please reach out to, we have the dedicated website.
Right.
And I believe there's a dedicated email address for referendum questions you can even address to.
Yes, and we're going to be at the Harvest Festival, and we'll have information at the library, and we'll be all around town, so you can grab any one of us.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.